Well, hello. This is me again after my God. I took a time out from uploading. No really reason, just didn't feel like it. I took a few videos of what happened in the time in between, but my last upload was somewhere in the end of October. We're talking 5 months. And I will show you quick in a rundown. After a few seconds I will show you a few things that happened during this time, nothing really famous, but I think you have to know at the end of it there will be, first of all I will talk about a power outage that happened in the middle of January, I think, almost towards the 20th of January, 25 hour power outage with the minus 15 to minus 20 temperatures, and I had to, for the first time, use my backup plan, a kerosene heater I bought years ago for this reason, but I never had to use it. I used it. It worked it's extremely powerful. That kerosene heater I had to turn off after 2 hours for about an hour because it overheated this place so much, and that is good to know. That and it also, this 24 hours showed me how much kerosene I should have on hand to survive 3-4 days, just in case. Always good to have enough fuel to have ready. That helped me. I also, the fuel I used, because I bought this heat about 5-6 years ago, the kerosene in there was still the old kerosene, which is not that good to use anymore. It, from clear, it changes to yellow, and the smell of kerosene in the house was very penetrant. It didn't make me feel sick or anything. It didn't set off my alarms, fire alarms, and all the alarms you need for your house. No, it went okay, but the smell was not very thing. I know kerosene, if you use fresh kerosene. So after this year I will get rid of the old leftover kerosene, and I bought already some fresh stuff. I would need per day, I would say, 10-15 liters of kerosene to survive a very cold time. And I will make sure I will have enough at hand before any winter starts. And then we had a very extreme cold in February. Around the 2nd or 3rd of February, it was minus 20 something, almost to a minus 25, close to minus 30, with extreme high winds of 80 to 90 kilometers an hour, which sucked the heat right out of my place. It's a very old place. There are some spots where the heat will escape, and it got very cold inside, thank God, I must say. And it lasted for 3 days. Thank God my kerosene heater was working. Thankful little thing, little help. And of course I had electric heat, but even with the electric heat, everything on full blast, on the wall, it got down to 15 degrees. So I added some kerosene now and then to really warm it up again. But there was no power outage. However, underneath in my basement, I had a problem, and I assume it was because of the cold. My pump sort of gave up the ghost. And that means until now, which we have almost the 10th of March, I have been for 5 weeks without water, totally water. I will show you this on the end of my video. I will show you the last 5 months. I will add this video to it, what I did, how I survived. But it was quite a challenge, and there was a second extreme cold period just 2 weeks ago, where it went down. This has been a very cold February and March, I must say. But like I said, I survived it, and you will see later on something. Right now, today is a day where actually Gilles was here, the guy who finally decided, oh, he can go down, because it was so cold and so much snow that the entry for my house underneath was not really accessible, and it wouldn't been very comfortable to work down there. with the door open, but now today was a warm day. He decided to go down. He found the problem with the pump. He took the pump apart, went to a store to, well, I will tell you this later on a separate video. Well, that's about it for so far. I did not upload for a long time, and I have no excuse for it. But then I don't really monetize. My videos are not monetized at all. I'm doing it for my own pleasure and for my own memory. That's why I do the vlogs, because years from now I can see what happened during this year and how I felt and so on. And I realized I felt guilty for what reason Well, this is a few days later. I'm making a little cut in that video. I will just slice this in between, because I have found out that the people I used to play video games with, the group I used to play, started to miss me, and I didn't think they would care too much. I stopped playing. Hey guys, listen, I'm sorry if you... I never thought of that you would care to want... I understand now you wondered, was I still alive? Of course, in our age, we gotta be careful. I'm sorry, I just stopped playing because the old game we used to play, Delta Force 2, is out of work. I didn't want to get into a new game. I was never good at Delta Force anyway, so I knew I would have problems with my functionalities with the game. And I just stopped having the fun with it. I enjoyed the social part with you guys, the talk, but things go on. There's nobody's fault, no reason, no special reason. Sorry for that, guys. I hope you're having fun. Maybe let me know if maybe you found a way to play Delta Force still. That would be nice. But I haven't really opened it up for a long time. Maybe I should look around a bit more. Guys, have fun. I wish you all the best. I hope you're all healthy and wealthy, of course. I hope you're all in good shape. Until next time. There's a few things that happened during this time. Just that's now almost 3 weeks ago, at least 3 weeks, a few more days. I had eye surgery. I had a cataract removed on my left eye, which was but it was a bit scary. I realized 2 days before I got quite strangling fear about this, because you go in under the knife or whatever it is, laser or whatever they use it, and you go under there without being knocked out. You get some kind of a calming pills, but well, it went beautifully. I actually enjoyed it so much. It was like being alive in a science fiction movie. I could look through this eye and I saw them going in, breaking up with some ultrasound stick, breaking up the cataracts, and you could see the cataracts falling apart in many little pieces. Then they go in with a sort of a vacuum piece, and you can see them suck up the cataracts, disappearing. I was amazed. That was the most unexpected, fantastic experience in my life. And then I went out, and they protected my eye. I went home the same day. I had to go with Jill brought me there. I needed somebody to drive me, because you're not allowed to drive afterwards, of course. The next day I look out my window, and everything was, I did not know how bad my eyesight was. I just didn't know. For a year now I've been using glasses when I drive the car, because I realize when I go in a certain distance, it gets tough to see. Well, I have cataracts in my other eye too, but they are very much in this beginning stage, so at the moment they're no problem. But my left eye now, I think you call it 20/20 vision. My God, TV, it's like movie. Amazing. I did not know my vision was that impaired. I really had no idea, but it was a good experience, I must say. And it healed up very nicely, no complications. There's no pain involved really in this. I did my eye drops, 3 different eye drops, 4 times a day at first, then twice a week. Right now I'm almost finished with it. There's only 2 more eye drops I take twice a day. But yeah, it healed very well, no complication, great experience. If anybody ever has cataract surgery, don't go to Mr. Google, Dr. Google, and find out all the things that can go wrong, because I think there's a very low percentage of complications with cataract surgeries. I had only one eye done. Sometimes they apparently do 2, and I'm actually quite happy to have one eye. That gives me the choice of having one eye left in case something went wrong. That was my point of thinking. But hey, it went very well. I'm quite happy. So I will stop this one now, and you're gonna be watching my about 10-13 minutes of what happened before. Then I will add the video of my pump, and I maybe even have the news of water running through the system again tonight. So I will finish this video probably tomorrow. Hey, it was a pleasure talking to you. Until we meet again. So now I'm gonna do the video for you guys. Sorry for the noise, my earphone fell down. Well, Gilles knows actually more about throne than the boy by now. But he's okay, he's okay.
Allez, pour la famille, pour ta mère. Vous avez vu, la réaction est plus facile maintenant. Il pense, c'est comme c'est Daddy, j'ai l'impression qu'il attaque moi.
Here is in the winter, during the last winter in 21-22, the guy doing my road, he plowed over this post and just destroyed it. And part of the fence, so it had to be repaired. Gilles did that, and it looks like it never happened. It's great stuff. Quite happy with it. And this was the big rain, one big rain. I have sometimes rain, the water comes down like a river, and with the road being new made, I was afraid it would not do that anymore and would run into my property. But it didn't. That was great, great movement. Oh, this is the lamp, the lights I put up. And yeah, well, quite happy with it. They're okay. Here on the other side, I put some on the veranda too. You will see later on a shot from the night, from evening, and then one at night, and it sure makes a difference to have it up. I'm not sure how long that will last that way, but I will keep it up for hopefully 2-3 seasons. It will make it before the batteries go funky on me. But this is now in the evening when it gets dark. You can see it does make a difference. Coming down the hill, driving at the fence, this would probably be not looking so bad. But it's something to play with. I enjoy it. I'm breathing hard. And this is now the other side. There's still too much light here, so it doesn't really look that impressive. I will do, in a few seconds you will see a light, me flying there. And that makes quite a difference. Comes through quite nice. So now we're talking more evening. But you see, I'm flying with the drone, so the cover on top stops the light from shining through so much. If you come down at the eyesight, it's much brighter, like this one. But that's okay.
I mean, nobody is flying over my thing except me. So, yeah, I was happy I did that. I saw it at a special price in Amazon, so I figured, oh, let's take a look. I bought one set of 10 or 12, and then I needed 6 or 7 more. I bought another set. That was okay. You will see me now, how the veranda looks when I'm on it. And I really like it. I like the looks. Yeah. Looks okay. Oh yes, this is in the fall I found out that there was some food that I kept outside to keep cold, and I noticed mouse droppings around it, so I started feeding a little mouse. I felt I will help her survive the winter. Well, and then a few days later I realized that's not one mouse, that's 2 mice, because I noticed a lot of mouse droppings on that plate, and one mouse couldn't be so many mouse droppings, for God's sakes. And that's when I decided, okay, we're not going to do this. I don't want to have a mouse infestation here. So one was so large, the other one much smaller. So I had to buy the next day. I bought some traps. And sorry to say, those mice are no more. Sorry for that, but I cannot have them infest my living quarters. Bad enough, they're probably in the garage having a fun like crazy, but... And I realized they were liking the fruit, the fresh fruit, and then I realized this is because they need the water. They're eating this for water because there is no liquid water around. Yeah, last fall I'm living in a color bowl. For some reason, my place has the best fall colors you can imagine, every year almost. If you have the right weather, so you see the sun. It needs the sun to shine, to light it up like a Christmas tree. But this is just incredible. My hill is the best hill. I have not seen any abundance of those different colors anywhere else. I mean, I'm going around. I put up every year a video of the fall colors, and I look for the best colors to find in there. But still, the really ultimate colors are at my place, on my hill. Don't know why, but I really like. Well, look at it. How can you not like it? It's only 3-4 days at its prime. You have to catch the right day. This year I was very lucky. Last year I was a bit late. Some of the leaves have gone already. But this time there was no big windstorm, so all the leaves were on there.
Well, we got the
First
13th of January, and
Surrounded by
I'm sitting
snow.
here in our first real snowstorm of the year. It's about halfway through. I'm not sure how much snow we got out there. Oh, it's just about down here. But it's quite constantly snowing, has been for about 10 hours now, 12 hours.
Oh well, sitting in a snowstorm waiting for day to be coming.
It's 2:30 in the morning, and my guy is coming to open the road. And there is a lot of snow there. Holy moly!
Oh, I'm taking this from
There's
the
a
store
lot
that
of
didn't go
snow.
out. So that's why it's such a funny side to take it. But I'm very lucky with snow removal because it drives like 30 centimeters from my door. That's how close you can get to open the road.
Yeah,
That was worth it, I must say. Well, the day is over, and we're gonna see how bad it went. Yeah, it was quite something, wasn't it? We got quite a lot of snow. Well, he came to do a second run to clean even better, which should make it easier when Gilles comes to do his bailout. Yeah, Gilles is doing my car free. Boy, I'm so happy I don't have to do this year. Salut Gilles, hein? Je regarde ma distance aujourd'hui, ok?
Parfait.
Parce que c'est peut-être un petit peu fini, peut-être ça va retourner encore, mais...
Oui.
Hey, c'est pas mal la neige, hein?
Hey, il est tombé.
Finalement, hein?
40 cm.
Oh, this is now a video for the family pine out in Vernon, BC. This will be a little memory on that dad who has passed away quite some years back. This is her dad and her mom, Margaret and Andy saying hello to my parents. This is a good 30, 40 years ago, I would think. So the quality is horrendous because it's a Super A8, and to be honest, that Super 8 wasn't quite that super as they were promising. But it is a good memory, hopefully, for them also. Well, and you will see also Rudy, the youngest son, who will appear on there. I don't know who the other kids are. I think they're from some friends, kids from some friends who come to visit them regularly. This is Rudy. And this is, well, Ingrid. Her best parts. Sorry I put this in, but hey, memory is memory, right? You wear it, I show it. And these are Joe Pinehaupt and Joe and Eddie on my place, and also Mammut, the maitre d' from the hotel, the Motel Lakeside Motor Inn, and I was chef there, and he was the maitre d'. And Joe and Eddie were working at the same place. One was being a busboy, the other one was doing barbecues outside, being the barbecue guy. So, and this is the fun at I lived in a house on the lake at this point. That belonged to Inge Hill, who just has passed away just recently. And she didn't stay in Canada. Once her husband died, she went back to Austria to live in Austria. That is Joe again. And Mammut and Kurt, little Kurt, Mammut's son. Well, little, now he's a 40-year-old kid, I guess. 40-something. Yeah, time is going on. Yeah, those were the days. It's funny, I forgot about those videos. Now it's horrific, you don't really see any details. I only can tell because I knew them when I was there. But for you, this is just shadows running around looking weird. Huh? But hey, maybe to people who are involved, that will be more meaningful. I hope so. And they throw me in the water. And that would be the end of the video. It was a pleasure. Ciao.
Well, I'm still waiting for Gilles to be coming with the second pump. I need to explain to you guys that the water, this one Gilles brought today, 3 known things.
Gilles has done twice a week a water delivery for me, and he also does my snow removal, so he's a very, very great guy to have around. And well, without his help I would have had to evacuate here. Without any water that would have not worked out, but this way I was able to stay with my computer, with my TV, the whole thing. So, and it's astounding how well one can survive on just twice a week wash your hair with a sponge bath and stuff like this. But it worked. I live alone, so if I smell bad, it's not that I go on somebody's nerves, but hey, hopefully I get water back. Hopefully the hot water will also work, so we will see. Well, I will show you what happened so far. This is the water Mariel's brother is bringing me. In the kitchen I'm working with like this, and I also use the same for a sponge bath. In the toilet I have organized in the toilet, which works actually quite well. I can sit on here and I put the sponge bath here, and I can wash myself down in my own shower. The toilet here, the chemical toilet, I adjusted just in case I ever, because I have one flush. See the water here? That gives me 2 times flushing. The bottle is for my pee. I'm peeing in a bottle at the moment, and 1 flush a day in the morning after my business. Thank God I'm very regular. If there is a second time I would have to go for number 2, I would use the chemical toilet. That's how I survived the last 5 weeks almost. And it's going well at the moment today. Gilles is underneath to see what is the problem with the water. Well, I just had the Gilles when came back, and he had the pump with him. Apparently the pump, when it is cold weather was, it sort of exploded under whatever, why ever. I don't think it, maybe it with the cold weather some ice came through the pipe with it, and that maybe put too much stress on the pump itself. I really don't know how that works, but some rubbering around the pump didn't make it anymore, and that must have been the bang I heard when it went. And so when he tried to prime the pump, the water he threw into prime automatically went out the pump again at the same place. That's why he knew. He will go and see if it can be fixed at the pump place, and if not, I will buy a new one, the same one. I like this one. It's new, about 4 or 5 years ago we bought this one. But hey, stuff happens, huh? So it was maybe a pump that was already a little bit faulty. Maybe the next one will be much better, who knows. Well, Gilles just called. He went to the company who fixes those pumps. They looked at it and they said, yeah, they can fix it. They need to wait for the parts to come in. They don't have the parts. But it would probably cost at least as much as buying a new pump. So we decided to buy a new pump. We will keep the old pump, buy the same model, and maybe if we ever have another breakdown, we can use some parts from the first model to fix the second one. Who knows? But he will come back this afternoon, I think, to put the pump in, so maybe I have water by tonight. Well, it is almost 3 o'clock, and Gilles has arrived with the new pump. Pas du tout. Est-ce que ça pompe déjà?
Non, il y avait un adaptateur de fondu.
Moi, j'ai fermé mon tap.
OK.
Pour le moment, vous besoin dire quand ouvert, ok?
OK. Quand il a commencé à avoir de l'eau, ça coulait dans le chaud.
Ah.
Les adaptateurs, j'espère qu'il n'y a pas trop de fondu.
Ben, c'est la froide qui a peut-être fucké de certaines lignes, hein?
Ouais.
Well, it is now 4 o'clock, 1.5 hours later, and look at that. Cold, hot, and my pump My water heater, I could tell, started heating, so I should be okay to take a shower tomorrow. Maybe tonight already. Oh, I'm happy.
Well, you watched the end of this. Will be a long video, but like I said, I haven't uploaded for a while. There was a few things to talk about. One thing I should mention, because this is now, I'm almost 2.25 years into the pandemic. And what I found out during this at the doctor's visit, they made a test about my lungs. And because I've been a lifelong smoker, heavy smoker, I only stopped 10-15 years ago. And my lung capacity has suffered a little bit under, and they guess my quality of lung capacity is 70% something. That means if I would catch the big C or anything like this could really be damaging to my life, to my health for a long period. So I'm one of those people who still goes out wearing the mask. I'm socially a little bit distant, but then hey, I'm 72 years old. I mean, my social life has not been that active for a long time. So stuff happens again, but in those 2.5 years, I haven't really been to the hairdresser except for one time when I got crazy. So I do my hair rather bad than good with this kind of machine, and you sort of go over and it cuts to a certain length. You can adjust the height of it here, and it's working very well. This is my second one because the first one was okay, but the battery didn't have any hold power to it. I must have gotten one package that was in the store for 2-3 years, and then those lithium batteries just lose their holding capacity. But this one seems to be okay so far. And I have a feeling going to a hairdresser where he is right up in your face would be taking a chance that I don't need to take. It's already bad enough that I go quite regularly to the dentist where they open your mouth and look, but they all wear masks. So the hairdresser, my hairdresser is a French guy, he didn't wear a mask last time. So I'm better off doing this by myself. Just in case you wondered how my hair comes sometimes so ugh, and my beard trimming needs to be trimmed again. It grows so quickly, for God's sakes. Well, this is the end of the video for today. I want to say on the end, you must have wondered about this guy, Gilles. Gilles is the brother of my ex of 20 years. We are best friends, Marielle and I. We are still calling each other almost daily, and I buy shopping for her, she does for me. We're just good friends. And I stayed, of course, close to her family. And this is her brother, and I asked him a few years back if he would know somebody who could do my road. And since he took his retirement, we made an arrangement of him doing my road in the winter when it's a snowfall. I pay him for it, and I'm happy because I don't have to do it. He opens my car, cleans my car off, frees my car. You saw the car parked and the snowplow goes right by it, so it's not such a big job. And he does the walkway from my house to the garage, that this is always accessible. And I'm very happy because that means I really don't have any problem with snow. Even when I'm too lazy, I leave the snow outside the door. We saw the lip there before, and he comes and cleans it out nicely. But without him, he fixes my pump. He is my go-to guy, and I try to make sure he has a good pay for it. Now, he's a very hard guy working, very much working. Used to do firewood as a hobby and sideline for money. But now he's getting older also, and he realizes all the neighborhood is now using his services. So he's actually having a lot of fun, making more money than he did when he worked hard for other people. So he has made a little after career in his retirement out of it, and he's one of those people who cannot sit still. So for him, this is a necessary thing for life. So, well, look, guys, you have fun. Nice talking to you. Hopefully I will do more signed up. I will start now. I was going to do this last year, but somehow with the pandemic, and I didn't feel like it, I didn't fly much. I flew around here a few things, but I did not leave home much for flying. Hopefully this year I will be a bit more active that way, but I will do what I feel like. Maybe my flying days are over. I decided already my last Mini 3 was the last investment in any new drones. From now on, new drones will just have to bypass me, because I still got here about 8 drones around me, and I'm thinking right now of donating them to the fire department and maybe the police department, so they can use it in their work, daily work. They might be appreciative to have something like this being donated. We will see. Well, guys, fun to talk to you. Sorry for having waited so long to pick up again with info. But like I said, I'm not making this for money or fame. I'm doing this for my own fun. So if I at the moment have a slow moment and I don't have fun, well, then I will not do it. That's just the way it is. Nice knowing you. Ciao, guys.